do legislatures for 2.
Legislatures for 2. First hand I see, fusion of powers and separation. Go.
Okay, so
you got
fusion
it next.
of power is for the parliamentary system. That basically it is for the legislator. Like you have to be a legislator to be anything else. So to be a judge, to be the prime minister, like you have to first be a legislator to be any of those other functions.
Like when a judge comes out of the House of Lords.
Okay.
The prime minister comes out of the House of Commons.
Right, so you're a member of parliament in order to be a part of any of the branches or any area of the government. Fusion of power. Let's see, this is going to be, let's give them a name. Let's go 930A.
The whole 930 club?
Let's go TH.
Can we be the 930 club?
And we're going to be the night team over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, talk to me about separation.
Separation of power is in presidential when you have, because they are separate powers. You each get those functions that you can't touch. So like you have judicial, and they're separated from executive.
Okay.
And executive is separated from legislative.
Okay.
And then you also have the separation of like Senate and House of Representatives, like they have different stuff.
Okay, so separation of powers, 1, 2, 3, 4, basically says you're going to have the distinct branches. Each one's going to have their functions, as you said, and the other branches can't touch them. Anything else? 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, you guys have it.
You know, one of the most important things is the legislative and executive branches. They do a check and balance of each other also.
Okay.
The founding fathers put this in place so it would avoid tyranny, and it has kept America free from tyranny since it was founded.
What is a check and a balance?
One branch is a check against the other branch. So the executive branch can't have too much power like a monarch, or the legislative branch couldn't have too much power. So one branch has to go through with the other, which sometimes gets you locked into gridlock.
So they separate powers in order to make sure that nobody gets too strong.
No one has too much.
I can go with that. Anything else you want to add? 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I was going to say that Bill Clinton had the line item veto power.
Yes.
But the Supreme Court ruled that unconstitutional because it was kind of shaky as to, because the president essentially had the power of the judicial system.
Did we talk about the line item veto?
No, not yet.
-2.
Not yet.
No, but
-2. You gave me the last correct answer. Go ahead, click.
no,
Oh, once you guys lose it, can't come back. Got to get it all at once. Fusion of powers. All branches of government are combined, usually within a parliament. Separation. All branches of government checking each other, so none are too strong. I think y'all pretty well hit this. Go ahead. You gave me the last correct answer. Pick me one.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
Stick with it. Let's go with 3 points.
3 points for legislature. List all you can. This is yours. First hand I see afterwards. Go ahead, Blake. Role of the monarch. You've got it next, but you have it now. What is the role of the monarch?
It's head of state, figurehead position in most countries now.
What is the head of state? Okay, monarch is a figurehead. 1, 2, 3, meaning that they have, in a lot of instances, no real power. But in some, they're also head of state. What does that mean?
It's like a symbol of the government.
Okay, what does that mean?
Meet other countries, dignitaries, and just there, the symbol of to meet other countries and shake hands.
So you're going to be the representative when you deal with other countries, basically. Yeah. So head of state means that you're not dealing internally, but you're dealing externally. I can go with that. Anything else you want to tell me? 1, 2, 3.
You appoint the prime minister.
The monarch appoints the prime minister when?
When it's suggested from parliament.
What's that?
When it's
Huh?
Parliament doesn't agree, then they can't.
Parliament doesn't agree.
They have power.
4, 3. What's that? 2, 1.
It's when they don't have a finite decision, the monarch steps in.
Okay, the monarch does step in when they haven't made a decision. 1, 2, 3. Anything else?
Yeah, usually it's a family that's an elite, a family born into it, where you have a where it's continually brought out.
Hereditary, but is that really a role? Go ahead, give me. What do you got? Anybody?
Their position is mostly ceremonial.
Keep going. 4.
It's been said.
3.
They help approve, like they have to approve the prime minister in his
Well, they ask to form the government. They ask the prime minister to form the government, but they don't really pick who's the prime minister. They just pretty much have to say.
The monarch asks the prime minister to form the government. -3. -3. Go ahead. You've got it. ask the Parliament.
Yes, the Parliament.
She said ask the Prime Minister.
They ask for who it is.
She said ask the Prime Minister. Go, you guys have it. Anything? 4.
Can we go over the articles? Japanese monarch trying to have this baby boy and we can't get it.
We're not ready for that one yet, but save that thought. Anything else your group wants to say? 4, 3, 2. Now you want to say you had a question about something you want to repeat?
I wanted you to repeat something.
Go ahead.
I don't even remember, man.
Okay, I don't even remember. You actually gave me the last correct answer. Pick me a category.
Let's do the 1 point. Let's go to the 1 pointer.
Double click it again.
We didn't do that one.
Yeah, we.
Okay, the 1 point for legislature. That's true. You didn't do that one. Go ahead and get 1 point so we can get out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, first thing I see, direct. Actually, it's you. Direct and indirect elections. DH.
Direct election is where the voters actually vote for the personality of one person, one candidate.
Okay, direct election. They're voting directly for a person. What country is this an example of?
Normally it's USA for presidential election.
No. In France.
In France. Okay, in France they will directly elect the president. So you're even now. What about indirect?
Indirect is basically the voting for the party, and the party will choose the legislature or even who will go into the House of Representatives or House of the.
In the House of Representatives.
No.
Yeah, I got okay. So 1 and -1. Okay, go ahead. Tell me indirect elections.
Well, you can make an argument. One of the things we talked. Oh, we have to explain indirect.
Yeah, go ahead, give it to me because there's points not given yet.
Okay, indirect elections are when basically that you vote, like in the parliamentary system, when you vote for the party, and then the party selects the specific people. You're technically.
Okay, in the parliamentary system, you're voting for the party, and then the party picks the candidate. Absolutely.
Yes.
Give me a country.
For Britain.
Great Britain is a really good example. Go ahead, click it, Whit.
Wait, can we give more?
Voting for a specific candidate for office and a direct voting for a party or group who chooses your specific candidate. And Britain is a good example. U.S. is a good example. On yours, you said House of Representatives. That is a direct election. The French president is a direct election. And if you remember, the American president is an indirect one.
Well, it could be argued to be indirect or direct.
No, it's indirect.
It's indirect. -1. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's a good point. Go ahead. Anything else? 4.
Yeah, what I was going to say,
He corrected her before you did it.
it's indirect because it basically goes to electoral college, and they're the ones who formally.
So you're rubbing their nose in it. Yeah, actually, in the American system, you vote for the electoral college, and then the electoral college is the one that technically indirectly elects
That's not
president.
true either. You're voting for the delegates of the electoral college.
Oh, might as well.
Can you stop?
Yeah.
-1 for my team. Go ahead, pick me a category. You gave me the last correct answer.